Yo, what's up guys? Thank you for tuning in to part 3 of the Wall Control Master Program. If you have missed part 1 and part 2, be sure to check that out. It'll only help you get further into how to do the stuff that we are going to be working on in part 3. So part 3 is all about climbing up, the wall run, how to climb up, how to top out levels 1, 2, and 3, and some exercises and understanding that's going to really make this easy for you to conquer any wall that might be in your way. Let's get started.
So now we're at the wall run. Cool thing is, you guys throughout this program have learned a lot of the steps that are going to allow you to hit a wall, step up, and grab the top. But I really want you guys to pay attention to the details that I'm about to tell you, because these are going to be the determining factor of doing a small wall or gaining the ability to do a tall one. So with that being said, placement is everything. Make sure that when you step onto the wall, your foot is about hip height, the ball of your foot, okay? Your distance is about a leg distance apart, which then creates a 45-degree angle and allows you the proper grip to push in and go up. Now with that being said, when you push into the wall, you're not pushing down or straight in, you're actually pushing back down at a 45, which then drives you up to the top. A very common mistake I see while other people do these is they make their approach like a full-on sprint. And they sprint all the way to the wall and they try to hit it, and all the force is going into their ankles, their feet, and their leg, and you don't need all of that momentum at a full sprint. And what happens is your steps start stuttering and you can't see where you're gonna leave. So what I suggest you do, and it's actually a better technique, is approach the wall gradually. You want your last step off of the ground to be your strongest, fastest step. And when you push off, push all the way through your toes to get all of the energy that you possibly can through it. Step up the wall using those arms to drive you. Reach up, and now if the wall is too tall and you're really reaching to the top, you can actually use a single hand to help push you just a little bit and control your momentum and create another anchor for your momentum to help pull you to the top. But cool thing is with that hand is if you don't make it, you can always use it like that Pounce technique to help you get a little bit away from the wall and control your movement safely on the way back down to the ground. So here's some common causes of why your foot may be slipping. The most common cause is that you're actually starting off too close to the wall. The other one is that your foot is actually too low. Make sure to check your surface and that your shoes actually have good grip, as well as maybe you're not approaching the wall with enough speed. Another common issue is bounce back. Now, this could be caused by a few things. One of them being jumping too far away from the wall, which then creates this arch and bounces you into the wall and then back down. It could also be the fact that you're actually pushing too hard forward when you step and not enough down and in on that 45-degree angle, which actually puts you up. We also have issues with sometimes you don't actually push off of the ground as hard as you possibly can, which is going to give you the height and allow that momentum to transfer. And lastly, your foot placement might actually just be too high, which is going to make you fall back down.
This next technique is called a front support. It's an important tool that you'll need in a little bit during our climb up, okay? So in order to get into this, I want you just to find a wall or a ledge. You're gonna lean your body over it, put your hands down by your side, and lift your chest up and just hold yourself there. This literally is the front support. But what's important for you to understand is that your body, if it's leaning past this front edge, is a lot easier and safer to be here than doing this next little thing. So the exercise I want you to try on a low, small wall is lean back past that edge and try to hold yourself up. The second you get out here, it becomes a lot more difficult, okay? Now we're gonna get into the climb up. Now, climb up is one of the most technical moves that we're gonna learn in this whole program. And to be honest with you, I get so many questions online asking about how to do this. So pay attention, because it's not only technical, but it's also gonna take a lot of strength and control. We've learned a lot of things, so we're gonna utilize as much as we just learned in the beginning of this program and adapt it to doing the perfect climb up, okay? Start with those hands on in your cat position. Kind of like our cat 180, what you're gonna do is let one foot be a little lower, not all the way down, but separate it a little bit. So feet are hip distance apart, hands are hip distance apart. Get into that hang nice and close to the wall. Now is when everything needs to happen. So you're gonna start that little rock, you're gonna pop up with all the energy using your hands to throw the wall down. You're gonna try to shoot that chest through to get to that perfect top support we just learned. And then with your legs, you're gonna kick in and down into the wall, just like the wall run we just learned. And then let that back leg and knee drive up so that it lifts your chest, and then your hands pull your chest through. Check it out. Everything is good, in line, grab the wall, start the rock, push, and then pop it on through.
Tell me that I'm only dreaming. Can someone take away this feeling? Feels like I am barely breathing. Come and save me. Tell me that I'm only dreaming. Everything around me spinning. Need someone to wake me up before it's too.
Okay, now that you've done your climb up, you're in your front support. What's the safest and most efficient way to get on top of the wall? Well, it's called a top out. The easiest way to do it would just be to put a foot up. A lot of beginners at this point will do anything to get up, so they start throwing their knees over and their shins, and it ends up being really bad for your body, and that's something that we do not want to do. So at the very least, do me a favor and just get one foot up. Reach, engage those shoulders to help lift your body, and just get that foot where it needs to be, and then from here you can just climb up. Now level 2, a little bit more advanced, and a lot of the action is going to take place on your back feet, okay? So the feet here, you're gonna keep one foot anchored, leaving your toes, pushing into the wall. Your other heel is gonna drive up, okay? At that moment, you're also gonna lift through your shoulders. See this? There's a lot of movement in there. So if I combine that with this, I can actually try to get both feet up and to the side, okay?
Now before it's too late.
Now that's level 2. Our level 3 progression would be combine all of that energy, use that strength and technique, and replace your hands with both feet and continue on. Cool. The only thing that changes in that one is that you're gonna use your fingers to throw all the way to the very tips to get your feet and your body as high as you possibly can. Take a look. Cool.
Congratulations! You now have all of the tools you need for complete wall control. But remember, this is just the beginning of your journey. Practice truly does make perfect, so I'll see you next time.
Watching part 3 of the Wall Control Master Program. This was a program that I developed for many hours, and I appreciate you guys tuning in. If you missed part 1 or part 2, the links are in the description below. Please like, share, subscribe, and please do me a favor. I'm on a journey to 1 million followers on Instagram, so click the link in the description below. Give me a follow and share it, whatever kind of content you like of mine. Every little bit helps. Peace out, everybody.